And it ain't a lie. I know the most important phrase to tell a style. Accept that, live forever so it never dies. Kill the body, but in Christ, the spirit rise. It's an impossible task. Your life a rag, soaked in oil from the heat. Your blood boil, hellfire continuous toil. I promise you good is never good enough. It's rough. The law reveals you need a savior, Yeah. So step up and kneel down in repentance. It is finished. The Greek to tell us that he meant it. His only son, Christ, he sent him. Mentioned in the OT, Christophanies, prophecies, and tests. Christ came to die a blessing. God bless it. Put your faith in the sacrifice. Just confess it. Let him reign and rule in your life. Be blood invested in options and stock and eternal life despite your sin. What a friend, the Father and Spirit akin. All God, all the time, he exists out of and in. He's omnipotent. Calls me friend from accepted salvation. It is finished. He's Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. I speak Greek, and it ain't a lie. I know the most important phrase to tell us die. Accept that, live forever so it never dies. Kill the body, but in Christ, the spirit rise. I speak Greek, and it ain't a lie. I know the most important phrase to tell us die. Accept that, live forever so it never dies. Kill the body, but in Christ, the spirit rise.
Yeah, gray beard, even us, ground digging, skid it. Since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen to blood of Christ, I'm sipping, trying to get them used to repentance. Said over 500 witnesses back from his death and they shared it. His resurrection is for his children and you can inherit it. Hallelujah, the tomb is empty, moves from the spirit. He shed his blood, forgives every heart. The lesson canary, now I got Satan confused. He's trying to use you to get near him, but he's a lamb. What's at the altar's left for you to bear it. I got a problem with those who using my God as a mean, but I'm delivered, so I forgive him, let Christ intervene. I don't go hard on the harlots, tell him Christ forgives all. How do I know? Cause his blessings is saving this alcoholic. Now do you know what it takes to get your name inked in his tablet? He said 6 days that we all should labor, but give God the Sabbath. So here we go, with Sugar Joy, Jehovah Jireh, and I'm a witness to tell us that he said it's finished. I
speak Greek, and it ain't a lie. I know the most important phrase to tell us that.
Yo, AC Sports Live. The 10th day of March. The Lord's year 2026. It is finished, he said, to tell us that. Chris the Graybeard. Hot new music. Look him up. That's my man. He just grind me for no reason sometime, man. But that's my dog. Tonight's show brought to us by All In CDL Training. The future of commercial driving. It's showtime here on AC Sports Live, partnering up with Sign Live Sports. AC2's just hopped on. He got on his cool shades. Hey, wish this guy happy birthday. We're live on Instagram. What's up, everybody? You probably can't hear everything, but we're here. If you want to see the entire show, hop on YouTube, type AC Sports Live, watch the live broadcast. Instagram is kind of funky like that, man. You can't necessarily hear the guests on Instagram, so I'm going live there just to kind of give you a preview of the show. Tonight's show, a lot on the docket.
What's up, Instagram?
It is AC2. His microphone does work. That was on me, man. In the building. My man is 21, man. Wish that guy happy birthday. Coach Price is in the building. Man.
What's up, Coach Price?
Coach Price. You can't hear Alex, but he just said what's happening. So that's why I'm saying Instagram a little funky like that. You can't get the duo on the show. We got to have it in the studio, but I'll relay the message. Sure. I appreciate that. And y'all see me rocking my Norwalk cap, courtesy of, I can't even tell you who gave it to me because then they're going to be asking him for a cap. But somebody blessed me with a cap this morning. So I got myself a cap. Tell Coach Hollis his is on the way. The boys looking good. Tonight's show, NFL trades, man. The Eagles lost. Jacoby Dean about to lose Blankenship. Oh, man. Maxx Crosby still got rejected, which causes a serious domino effect. Bam Adebayo scored 83 tonight. I know Laker fans are kind of like, 83? Why you stop at 80? Why you stop at 83? We know why. My 2 cents. Why do young NBA and NFL players date older women? Now that you're 21, AC2, we're going to ask you that question later on. Our main man Russ calls out the press at a press conference saying, hey, say what you said when you said it to my face. Tender love. All these old nose blowers all of a sudden are against NIL. When for all these years, they had a monopoly on the whole situation. My halftime has changed. This is AC Sports Live, and that is AC2. I'm AC1, and I think we have an intro somewhere around here. Let's get it.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir. All right, we back now. I'm going to cut this off on Instagram. I'll see y'all at the YouTube and Facebook channels, even on Twitch. Hop back on Bobby Mix, Jenna, Coach Marks, all y'all that's on there, hop over because you can't hear the whole conversation, but we love that you guys tuned in. Anyway, so I'll see you over there on the flip side. I'm see if I can't get this thing to come off. How do you turn off a live on? And now, share. I'll do that stuff later. All right, cool. The Eagles just pick up a new corner. We got a new cornerback. That's good.
I like that. I like that pickup.
We needed that. Super Bowl champ in the building. Immediate help.
Yeah. I just feel like the weapons we lost, we're going to regret it.
Well, I don't think people should take pay cuts because the money is not forever, man. Like we put so much on how much money guys make. But after the 35-40% is knocked off the top from all the fees, taxes, lawyers, agents, living conditions, living lifestyles, women, partying, food, body keeper, all that stuff, it just zaps all that money. So if it's your turn to get paid, I can't be mad at Jacoby Dean. I can't be mad at Reed Blankenship. You can't take pay cuts all the time.
That's fair.
And the Eagles can't keep everybody. So, you know, it hurts to lose key people. But it's just part of the game. I mean, you put yourself in those shoes. What's going to be your motto or your mantra? Say you've been in the league 5 years and it's time to get paid. Well, 3 years. NFL rookie contract, 3 years is up. How much is your loyalty and all that stuff going to play a factor?
It comes a point where I'm going to be like, I got to provide for my family. So.
And then the fans going to say, you can't provide for your family with $2.5 million. You're going to be like, after taxes, that's 1.3 million. And after all my expenses, I'm what 3 Stacks say? I'm in the same boat as you. If you don't move your feet, I don't eat. So we like neck to neck. All right, man. So trades are happening. The Raiders just spent close to $100 million on free agents, and then the Ravens reject Maxx Crosby's trade. So now he goes back to the Raiders, and they've already spent all that money. That's what you call domino effect.
Maybe the Eagles can get him.
Can the Eagles afford? Well, now wait a minute. Now he didn't pass the physical. We may not want them headaches. You can't take a hurt player and pay him.
Oh, he lost Jalen Phillips. We need an edge rusher like that.
Yeah, but is he going to be healthy? That's what the Ravens were worried about. They can't guarantee he's going to be healthy.
That's true.
Rubio's in the house. Showtime. Denzel Snipes is in here. What it do? Mountain Dew. AC2. Happy G-Day, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Jimmy G in the building. Hey, Jimmy G, I need a linebacker coach. And you know the terrain. But you're at work right now. Get the money. get the money. Congratulations on the coaching job. I appreciate that. We're going to make the purple and gold look like what it's supposed to look like. No drop off, just improvement. Denzel said, man, I remember when I turned 21. 2 years or 20 years or 25 years ago, Denzel Snipes. OG Neil Steelers making moves. Got to make moves. You got an 85-year-old quarterback in Pittsburgh. Are they going to rock with Aaron Rodgers again?
I thought he was out. I thought he was done.
Maxx Crosby not passing a physical. That kind of hits home, man. I'm not sure if you know this, but my career was over because I didn't pass a physical. When I went to play arena ball in Vegas, as I did not get a contract extension from San Jose, I had to go to the highest bidder. I was going to the Philadelphia Soul or the Las Vegas Gladiators. And I picked the Vegas Gladiators because I really didn't want to go to Philadelphia for the amount of money they were offering, even though it would have been cool to play for, Bon Jovi and Ron Jaworski in Philadelphia. Being a Philly guy, I would have jumped at the chance. But Vegas offered me probably twice as much. And at that point in time, arena ball, you were making about 75 grand to 100 grand if you were a starter. And I think Vegas was offering, a little bit more than that, a place to stay, a car, and stuff like that. So I chose Vegas, and I go up there, and I don't pass the physical. And once you don't pass the physical, that word gets around, and it's pretty much a wrap at that point. That's why it's kind of crucial right now for Maxx Crosby. So it ain't all good, because now the word on the street is that a doctor said that knee is not going to be 100%. So that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. Who did the Eagles pick up from the Seahawks? Let me see. The cornerback. So what's our secondary look like right at this point? Let me see. Seahawks corner.
And we lost the exciting whites.
We lost half of the exciting whites.
It's not going to hit the same.
They don't. I saw the concern on Cooper DeJean's face. Rick Woolen. Rick with a Q. Eagles have agreed to a 1-year rental for $15 million for Super Bowl champ Rick Woolen. The deal marks the Eagles' first outside free agent signing of the 2026 offseason, bringing a Pro Bowl talent to start alongside Quinyon Mitchell.
That should be good.
It should be good. We're replacing Adoree Jackson, who got better over the year. He got better. He was dumpster juice the first half of the season. And then all the rookies we had and the second year guys proved they're not ready for the big show.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on. Howie Roseman don't play. Get the guys up out of here if they can't play. We figured it out. Some of those guys weren't guys. And that's kind of the name of the game. You got 3 years to ball in the NFL. In college, you got a year and a half, maybe, if they like you enough to let you redshirt. If you're not starting after your red shirt, it's time to find yourself a new team. Speaking of new teams, is it time for Whittier College spring ball yet? I know you can't participate just yet because you're not fully enrolled. But when do they start spring ball?
I don't know. I'm not caught up.
You gotta get plugged in and see if we can go check them out.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell the funny story about who we ran into, or are we gonna keep that off the table?
Hold on, I got people talking in the background. Maybe me something.
I was saying, I don't know if you want to talk about the story because we don't believe in coincidences.
Oh yeah, no, you can tell it. You can tell it.
Oh, you tell it. You tell it. Who we run into this weekend?
We ran into my old defensive coordinator, Coach Brandon Blackman, and I was very excited to see him. He was very excited to see me as well. It was a good conversation. We just got caught up at Disneyland, so it was pretty cool.
So my wife and I, we always try to figure out what God is trying to tell us and what is going on in the moment. But we don't believe in coincidences, believe in purpose and things that are supposed to happen. We're sitting at a restaurant that said the wait was 5 hours. So we nixed that idea and decided to go somewhere else to eat, which was also a whirlwind experience for Alex's birthday on Sunday. We ended up at the all-you-can-eat sushi spot. But that is besides the point. We sat and thought about where we were going to eat for about 30 minutes. Once we decided to get up from where we were sitting, I see somebody off in the distance kind of looking at our way. He looked like a coach. He was wearing red, and I didn't think much of it. I'm looking at my family. I'm looking at where we're going, minding my own business. And somebody said, Cobb. And we looked, and he said, Cobb. And me and Alex looked, and I said, is that Coach Blackman? And I'm thinking 2,500 miles away, Delaware to Anaheim, California. And the timing, in that we sat in the shade for half an hour as we found a new restaurant to go eat. And we run into somebody we know in the midst of talking about college football. I know about 1,000 people. And I know you know about 1,000 people. What is the probability that you run into somebody that you played for, not that you even met out there, the defensive coordinator who called the plays in which you played? And then you were able to tell him what your plans are. And he was excited for you because he knew you have that ability. What was your thought after? I mean, you were happy to see him. But what was your thoughts of, why that happened?
Small world. I don't really have much, other thoughts besides that. It was crazy. It was cool. I was glad to see him. The team was off right now. I think they resume in a week or two. So everybody went home. So I'm sure somebody wanted to go to the happiest place on earth. And we were there at a pretty common time. But it was still crazy to cross the country.
I'm thinking that the timing, man. And Disneyland is not the happiest place on earth. I'm sorry. I took both of y'all, you and your sister, when y'all were small, to Disneyland. It's crying. It's hot. We walking, our feet hurt, back hurt. The happiest place on earth is Magic Mountain.
I like Six Flags better.
Six Flags Magic Mountain is the happiest place on earth. They got rides that you can actually be entertained. Disneyland is for the kids, the little kids, and those who love Disney as adults.
Yeah, I went last time I went to Disneyland. I went home early. I just got bored fast.
Yeah, after you see Mickey and them, it's like, what? Where's Goofy? You see Goofy, you see Pluto, and you ride Space Mountain and you just dip out. It's not the same. It ain't. I mean, I've never been to Disney World. I know at the end of the Super Bowl, the game, MVP or whoever they choose that year says, hey, what are you doing after this? I'm going to Disneyland, or I'm going to Disney World. That's a paid opportunity. That's a paid opportunity. But I thought it was pretty interesting, man. Papo in here. What's up, Cobbs? How the team looking? All right, man. So the Norwalk Lancers, as we're trying to find a fourth game on our schedule, trying to find staff. I'm going to put that out there now. I'm still trying to find some guys to come coach. A lot of my guys that I've coached with over the years have jobs already. So I'm trying to find me a few good men. But the team looks crazy, man. We got two lines, first and second string already. And that's a good place to start. I got 3 quarterbacks. I got 5 good tight ends. And I just found 3 receivers that don't know they're good receivers yet. They had natural ability going, out there throwing the ball around. And I found a running back He's never played before, but he's 6'1", 6'2", 205 pounds or so. Runs a 4.5, long strides, and I'm like, are you opposed to playing running back? He said, no, sir. Whatever you want me to play, sir, I'll play it. And he had a 35-inch, 36-inch vertical. He's my size, and he played rugby. So I'm like, yo, is this the second coming of Sone from St. Anthony's? So I like, hey, man, I got my OC, Thurston Hollis II. I worked with him for many years. He does a lot with a little, but if I give him an offensive line, it's going to be scary. So we looking good, Pop. We got Londale at the gate. That's Coach Clark's old team, the team I used to do chapel for. Londale has a special place in my heart, but they got to get this work. And then number 2, we got Lamarada, second game. Lamarada can get this work too. I understand we ain't played them in a while, and I'm getting a lot of phone calls for our 4th game. A couple of teams have reached out, but a couple of teams want 2-year contracts. And I'm not sure if I want to play some teams twice if I don't have to, because they're not in our area, not in our, not even in our city section. The city section versus the southern section are 2 different things. So I'm trying to be real selective in that. But we're going to be pretty good, Papo. So hopefully we can make y'all proud. I'm with my boy Adrian Perez. Man, he said, what's up? You with AP? That's Alex's quarterback.
What's up, AP?
A Pizzle. Wasn't AP left-handed too?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a left-handed quarterback too. I'll use left-handed. I'm run 19 sprint when we throw the ball. No 18 sprint. I don't want to see a left-handed guy trying to throw against his body all the time. I want to be naturally out the pocket, let that thing go. Let that thing go. All right, man. So, what's my list of topics so I don't forget? All right, so Bam Adebayo. Now, for my Kobe fans, this is you chime in. Bam Adebayo scores 81 points tonight for the Miami Heat.
83.
83? I said 81. 83 points. And we know the late, great Kobe Bryant scored 81. And I had to pull up the stats to see how he scored 83 points. And let me see what it says. He scored 83 in 42 minutes. Now you tell me if you're more impressed with this stat line. 20 of 43 shooting, that's 46.5%. 7 of 22 three-pointers, 31.8%. 36 out of 43 free throws, 83.7%.
36 points worth of free throw.
So he missed quite a few free throws. Oh man, could have had 90. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. Just guessing, do you think those numbers are more efficient than the late great Kobe Bean Bryant's?
Nah, it sounds like a lot of shots were forced and a lot of fouls were called. So it sounds like he spent like half of his time on the charity stripe. 36 points worth of free throws. That's those are them SGA stats right there, if you ask me. But,
all right, here's Kobe's. Kobe's stat line. The night he scored 81 points versus the Toronto Raptors, he had 81 points, 42 minutes, same number of minutes. 3-pointers, same number of 3-pointers, 7 out of 13. He shot 28 of 46 versus 20 of 43. So he was a way more efficient in field goal percentage. That is 46% to 60.9%. Free throws, Kobe hit 18 out of 20.
That's half of free throws.
Half Rebound 6, assist 2, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers. So you were correct. Kobe Bean Bryant was way more efficient. But I didn't see the game, that he got 83 and they took him out the game.
It's crazy. He was balling.
He was balling. But is that bad for the league? That Bam Adebayo has the second highest point total in the history of the NBA, passing up a person who is no longer with us, stopping right after he passes him up.
I just feel like out of everybody, like if you were to tell me about 4 years ago that Bam Adebayo would be the guy to surpass Kobe Bryant, I wouldn't believe you. Like, I would expect anybody but him, honestly. I'd expect somebody like Wemby or Giannis or even LeBron to score those kind of numbers. But Bam Adebayo, that's kind of crazy. That's like when Joel Embiid decided to drop like 71 points that one time. Like, it's like, where do they get these crazy games from? Carl Anthony Towns too, like
the same night.
Yeah.
I think it kind of gives the league a black eye. I mean, yeah, it probably was pretty cool to watch him continue to score. He had 63 after 3 quarters. And you were kind of like, okay, what's going to happen tonight that's going to be historical? But at what point does a team that's playing against a guy that's having a night like that put their foot in the ground and slap the ground and play some defense and keep the ball out of his hands? Like, it just seems like they just start letting him do whatever he wants to do. They don't. I'm like, the tanking, the show of letting somebody score that many points, and then the next night he's going to score 20.
Yeah. It's outrageous.
So, yeah, Michael Jordan played against some plumbers, but he gave you 45 every night. He didn't need to score 80. He was trying to win the game and score 50. And that's all it really takes every single night. But if you score 83 points, man, great game. Hands up and claps. And, that dude is the guy. But I'm like, man, what does that say about the league? When you, like you said, Joel got 70. Karl Anthony Towns got 70. Now Bam Adebayo.
Luka was in there too. I don't remember how much he had.
Well, I think Luka put up 70, and if Wemby is next, and he shoots the 3 ball too, he's going to hit 8 threes, go 25 of 32 field goals, and make 25 free throws, and get the 100 and what did Wilt score? 100 exactly.
If anybody could do it, it's Wemby. That man is. He should not be that coordinated at that height.
Wemby, you're on the clock. Wemby, you got 5 seasons to get 100. And I think the NBA is just fixed enough to let him get it.
Yeah.
When will it happen? We don't know. We just know with the rules the way they are, he can get 100. Extend the game a little bit with some foul calls. He definitely can get 100. And that would be something that the league needs, because right now it's hard to find a game that's watchable. I'm trying to get into the NBA. Sweet brother Nooms, he be trying to send me links to games that are on that are tight. Now, I did say I was impressed watching the Clippers play last night. They look a lot different without James Harden. I like the team now. I'm going to ask for some tickets from my man Tim Hood, whose daughter works for the Clippers. I wouldn't mind to go see Ben Matherman and them. His name is, is it Benjamin? No, his name's not Benjamin. His name is something, he has a weird first name. They call him Ben. It's not Abercrombie. It's something weird. But Ben Mathurin and them guys, Darius Garland, of course, Kawhi Leonard is killing right now. Since the Sixers are tripping, I might have to go watch the Clippers play. I can
I'm
flip
ready to
flop.
change teams.
About ready to change. The process has made me real suspectly like looking for a new team. Who's taking applications? That's what I want to know. Who's taking applications? You just turned 21.
I did.
And the dating pool is pretty dry. A lot of shallow and not too interesting young ladies out there that were raised to be a princess, if you want to put it that way. Would you say, as we get into our topic of why NBA players, NFL players, athletes in general tend to date older women? And is that something that you might be looking for as far as maturity is concerned?
I've always been into girls that are older than me, but I'm not talking about like 10 years, 15 years. I'm talking like 2, 3. Like, I like maturity. I've always been a little ahead of my time, a little too mature for people around me. So I've always targeted girls that are older because I know they're a little bit more knowledgeable than girls that are my age or younger. So I've always went for older girls. But I know a lot of guys are getting bagged by like girls that were in their teens when they were newborns. It's just like I don't understand how that is coming to be. Like I get it, but I don't get it, you know.
Some of that is desire, and that they've always liked someone that they've admired when they were going through puberty. And then when they become adults, it's like buying Air Jordans. Things I couldn't have when I didn't have money. And now that I have money, I can have that. I think a lot of these guys have the same thought process when it comes to females, not to objectify them or subjectify them or sexualize them. Not that at all. I'm just thinking about maturity wise. If they've always had a crush on a young lady that they've seen on Instagram or wherever they might be. So the graphic shows the age difference between some of these NBA players and their girlfriends, or those who have a baby by them, baby mamas. Of course, the most famous is Jalen Green and Drya. She's 40, he's 22. That's pretty significant. 32 and 25, you can see that graphic. Melo Ball's girlfriend is 8 years older than him. Ant-Man's baby mama is 8 years older than him. You know, it's not anything wrong with it. They're all adults. They all have decisions they have to make. But the trend is pretty obvious. And it could be something where the older woman knows what she wants. And it could probably be laid out a lot cleaner, saying, hey, this is what I do. This is what I'm looking for. You're young and rich. So be it. I just hope these guys are being smart about it. I hope these guys aren't, tricking off all their money, because a lot of these young ladies are gold diggers. Sad to say. They're looking for a cash cow, and they found him in a young, strapping youngster. But youngsters, get yourself a prenup so you don't end up without your bread. As we can learn from Iman Shumpert, we can learn from a lot of guys who did not have prenups, and you mess around and lose your fortune playing a fantasy.
If they really love you.
If they really love you, they'll sign it.
They would sign it.
They'll sign it and say, you helped me build mine. You helped me build mine. I sat here and watched you build yours. There's a podcast clip out now by Acho talking about, I think he said he doesn't believe in prenuptials or something like that. And Shady McCoy was going crazy on him. Said, bro, you got to protect your bread. I think Dak Prescott asked his fiance for a prenup, and she said no. At
That's
that
why
point,
they broke up.
I don't know if they broke up. But that's the question to you.
If that's the case, then salute to Dak. I know he's on the opposite team of mine, but that's a smart man.
I mean, you have to do it because you have to ask yourself, why would she say no? Why would she say no? If you love me, you would give me that benefit of when we do break up, you'll give me half.
Does she love you or does she love the cash that you possess?
OG Melvin Jones said NBA is sort of a cosplay of authenticity and art imitating life. Wow. OG Takim in here. He said, my guys, happy birthday, belated birthday, young champ.
So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean, shoot, we talked about it a couple weeks ago with John Morant's daddy living a life he didn't live before because he didn't have the bread. Now he has the bread, so now he's living wild. And his son is wild because he never lived a disciplined life. So we're seeing a lot of guys living out their fantasies by DMing women that they would have never talked to if they weren't rich. So again, you're in the mix. I've been married 28 years, have no desire whatsoever to ever even fathom how it is today. But you're in the mix, you're in it. Will you be one of those guys like Clay or Mercedes Lewis, guys who are very, very selective in who they go out with? Or are you going to try to find just somebody you vibe with, not a star, so to speak? But are you still going to try to find the girl next door? Or are you looking for somebody that has their own money?
I feel like I'm going to be one of those Mercedes Lewis kind of guys. Like, I know the path that I'm on is probably going to require me to be alone for quite some time. The girls that I do have interest in, I usually choose them because I see potential for a relationship that will be positive, healthy. But the more and more I put my finger on it, I'm starting to realize that the lifestyle I live, a lot of girls aren't ready to indulge in what I'm indulging in, and that's cool. So I know I'm gonna be alone for quite some time, and then when the time is right, I'll probably rekindle some flames or spot out the right one. So.
It's gonna be hard, man. I feel LeVar Ball when he said, "My sons will never find real true love. They're too famous," and that's the hard part. Is how you gonna find somebody that's gonna love you for you when they know you got bread and they know you got clout, and you make them famous as soon as you go to one event with them. They are now on the red carpet with you at the ESPYs. I think it was a song in the 90s by Twista. I think he said, "I can make you famous," something like that. Like, you with me. If you're with me, you immediately become famous. So if you're an Instagram model and you're with the NBA player, your views go up 1 million, 2 million, no matter how many followers does LaMelo Ball have, all his followers begin to follow you. And that means long-term success monetarily if you're an influencer, which is what everybody seems to be these days. Could you see yourself being with an influencer?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like the pool is going to get any different. Like the times are changing. There's not much else to like really look at when it comes to who's worthy of being with such a, what's the word I'm looking for, a public figure. Like LeVar said, like I do want to find true love. I don't want somebody that's with me for my money. That's the hard part. So I'm trying to find one, hopefully this year, honestly, so I can know that they truly like feel some type of way about me before the success starts coming in, because it's gonna happen. Like, it's inevitable.
Well, you playing the guitar, You sing in the praise team. You're an athlete. You're tall, strapping, all the stuff that women claim they want. And you say, I go to church every Sunday. I love Yeshua with all my heart. I'm looking for somebody that's down to earth, fun, funny, likes to crack jokes, likes to go to shows, likes to go outside, not too worried about how she looks all the time, and she can naturally be beautiful without putting on a ton of makeup. Just a natural, beautiful person, not just looks wise, but inside and out. And I think she's out there, but it's going to be hard because today's culture, today's status quo has been one that's been altered so drastically that I'm going to have to pray that we find you somebody that fits everything you put on the table, that they could put on the table to match it. We're talking about 100-100, no 50-50, 100-100. That 50-50 get real suspect when the person ain't bringing what they bring to the table when they take everything off. This ain't your hair. These ain't your eyelashes. This ain't, nothing is real today. How you gonna find somebody authentic? You're probably gonna end up with an athlete. I'm gonna say that because they got more going on and more to lose messing around. So that's what my wife and I think, your mom and I think is probably going to end up happening. You're going to find yourself a track athlete, somebody that's dedicated to their craft, and then, go and have some crazy fast kids. Just imagine how fast that kid is going to be. All right, Melvin OG said, attachment theory. People seek partners who meet their emotional needs. Younger athletes under stress may look for secure, mature partners who provide emotional stability. I think you hit the nail on the head. And I think there's something in there where it's the fantasy, the intrigue. I was just listening to Aaliyah, and I remember all the men who could not shake the vice grip she had on them. She had R. Kelly shook, Dame Dash shook, DMX shook, Jay-Z shook. All these grown men trying to get this young girl who wasn't voluptuous. She was very thin, but she was just the coolest R&B singer of her era. And these dudes just could not get enough of her. So I think that fandom thing, on top of what Melvin said, if that stuff comes together, she cooks. She knows how to diagnose what's going on. She knows how to speak like life into you. She ain't trying to check herself in the mirror all the time. She's grown. She knows she's beautiful. She's not tripping off stuff. Now they do influence and stream and all that other stuff, apparently, from all these, NBA players and their women. But I know there's something there. That fantasy thing and that stability thing. I think is two of those things. Pop said, I'm going to pray for the both of us. So Pop trying to find somebody too. Yeah, Pop was a good looking young, tall, dark, and handsome too. But sheesh, I can't even imagine, bro. Y'all out there, it's gonna be wild. Big TJ said it got to be compatible. Absolutely. Why you out here playing? Go on a date and you find out immediately if y'all compatible.
I just want a friend. I want the girl that I'm with to be my friend.
That sounds like a song. That sounds like Shy 1992. If I ever fall in love, I'll make sure she's a friend. I think that's the best way to go, man. Your mom and I are best friends. I shunned all my other friends. I got the funniest person in my house, the coolest person in my house. She laughs, she jokes, she's serious, she about business. She loves kids. She made y'all. So I'm good. You got to find somebody like your mom who checks all the boxes. Just put your boxes out there and don't compromise. She's out there. Most likely she's sitting up under her dad somewhere. A confident young lady with her pops in her life. That way
women who have their father in their life.
They're not tripping off stuff. Now the chicks who don't have their dad, it's a little bit tougher. Not to be discriminating against them, but I just know if you're going to be a prince and you have a list of things you're looking for, have your list, man. You ain't got to compromise. If you go on Pop the Balloon and say, if you have kids, I'm going to have to pop because I don't want to take that on. I don't have to. I've prepped my life to this point and I want to make sure I get everything that I deserve. So chances are you shouldn't be on the show trying to find no love on no Pop the Balloon show. That's not the forum to find your mate.
I'll never do that. You'll
hey,
never find me on one of them.
Pop said making me want to hop in the studio now. Oh, he want to add to the conversation. What's up with the Maxx Crosby situation? So JP9777 U5V. I think the Ravens saw that knee is gimpy and it's going to be a problem. You're not going to be able to play every game. Again, I told my story how I got, I didn't get cut. I just never got signed after I didn't pass a physical. Because once you play for a team, that team is liable for you and in retirement. So not just your contract, but your workers' comp. So if the Ravens sign Maxx Crosby and he's already banged up, so whatever he's going to hit the team for financially long term, the rest of his life, he's going to come out of the Ravens' pocket. So the Ravens are like, look, you already bad damaged goods, and you might play for us 1 or 2 years, and then we stuck with your contract. So they said no, and you can't be mad at it. I think the Raiders are probably like, dang, they almost got out that contract. They almost got rid of him. But now you got to deal with that, and you already spent almost $200 million on these new guys. So now the Raiders are now in the situation they got to do something about it. Melvin said, "Daddy issues are real." Oh yeah. TJ says, "Charnette is definitely my best friend. She got to be, especially us former football players. We got to have a strong queen to put up with our mess. We some moody somebodies, man." We try to be positive and happy all the time, but when you see what's happening around you, you see your boys is striving and you ain't striving, you gotta just get on your knees and pray just for humility and being thankful for what you do have. And then you have a good woman, it makes things a whole lot better. She ain't on your head like you ain't bringing in the money like you used to. Ain't never had to deal with it. And when you get cut from the NFL, that money stop on a dime. Like they send you home on the worst flight they flew you in on. It's crazy, man. So the Ravens said, nah, we ain't flipping that bill, man. We're not doing it. Big Ravens fan, I'm pissed. Y'all had one. There was gonna be no excuse for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens not to win the Super Bowl. Not that Maxx Crosby is that good, but in addition to a very good team that's going to be healthy next year.
Maybe it's that good though.
It's a trade tactic to get him cheaper. I don't know. He said maybe it's a trade tactic to get him cheaper. Well, he's definitely cheaper now. But is the Raider organization that diabolical? To send bad goods to a team so they can get the same player back for the cheap? Oh boy, if that's so, we will never know, but that is diabolical. That's possible. He's not going nowhere else. The Cowboys said no thank you at this point. I just read that. The Cowboys said no thank you. So it's like a guy in a portal. He got to go back to the school he went to, and now he's not even starting. But Maxx Crosby going to go start. Maxx Crosby stays in. If they find a way in Vegas to make it all work with the guys that they picked up, N'Kobe Dean, Maxx Crosby on a blitz. What? And they got another guy from Georgia. I forgot which one, but they got the two bookend backers from Georgia. Yeah, Raiders might be pretty good this year, man. They're
On
gonna
paper, the Raiders gonna sell some tickets. They got
Man.
Mendoza,
they're gonna
Brock Bowers,
sell
Ashton
some.
Genty.
They're gonna sell some jerseys for sure. I don't know if they're gonna win a whole bunch of games, but they're gonna be the who's who of this offseason. They got the best haul of guys, and then they're gonna get their star back for cheap. And he'll be playing hard because he wants to get his money next year to prove his knee is good. He's gonna be shooting that thing up every week. He said the Eagles are the worst to play in Madden, by the way. What, we got a super team? My man Russ, man. You know I'm a big Russ fan. Russ challenged the media to say the things they said on Twitter to his face. That's my man, man. That's my man Russ, man. He stand 10 toes down. Luzinger's finest. These pencil pushers think they can say whatever they want to say. And then you see him in person. Hey, Russ, great game. Russ said, nah, man, I ain't having it. So that's going around. Are you going to be a player that keeps receipts?
Oh, I keep receipts right now.
Are you going to be outwardly vindictive? Shador style? Now, are you the one that was talking crazy? Are you going to be that type, or are you going to be like, no comment? And you know why. What's going to be your style?
I'm going to handle it with some class, you know. But when it comes down to nitty gritty, yeah, I'm going to keep my receipts and I'm going to remember.
You're going to go up there and preach. You're going to say, you had some things to say about me. You lied on me, but you don't know the God that I serve. And I'm here, and now you want my autograph. Sorry, fam. You were the one that said I wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
To the scout who told me I can't get out of D3. Thank you kindly for your doubt. You fueled me. Now I'm here at the Heisman Trophy Award ceremony.
I'll tell you right now, I don't think I can get out of D3. I know I can get out of D3, and I will get out of D3.
All right, man. I'm anxious to see what you do.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
I'm trying to tell y'all, it's inevitable. I know Thanos made that word popular, but like I keep saying it, it's inevitable. Like I
It's
changed
inevitable.
position.
It's
And
inevitable.
it's looking real nice. I'll tell y'all that.
Inevitable. Get a T-shirt made. Inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
And the back of your jersey said, your back of your shirt says, how much did it cost? It said, everything. Get your Thanos on. Snap your finger. Everything changes. All right, man. Tender Love report. Let's get it going.
Let's do it.
Tender Love. Where's my Force MD's track? Oh, here we go. All right, man. The initial conversation was from the president about going back to the way it was in college football, when student athletes were student athletes and it didn't get paid. Now they're having meetings. Nick Saban and the guys are saying, yeah, let's regulate this and let's find a way to cap it, to get rid of it, what we need to do. And it seems like they are targeting basketball and football. And why are so many people now so concerned with the amount of money these kids are getting? What do you think when you see these types of stories and direct shots at what we've worked so hard to get, which is name, image, and likeness?
I think it's very like opportunistic. A lot of guys don't feel the same way about it because when they were coming along, they didn't get these opportunities. But the mistake that the NCAA made, if they think that this is getting out of hand, is the fact that they let them do it in the first place. because as soon as they open this gate, you can't close this gate. Players have money now. If one player got paid, now you have to pay everybody else because now that's what it's going to take for these players to be happy. You already gave them a taste. You can't take the food away after you serve it.
What if they do? What if they do outlaw NIL and make it illegal again? When whole time, as we're hearing a lot of people say, before NIL, I got a bag. And they're putting these colleges in jeopardy of being on probation based on what happened prior to NIL. The Nick Sabans of the world, the Kirby Smarts of the world, those big programs in the SEC who always had the biggest, best players, they were paying athletes, man, in the 70s and the 80s. And if people think they weren't, they're just being naive. Eric Dickerson got a bag. He will never say how much he got. Brian Bosworth, Jamel Holloway, all those guys got bags back in the day. And those under-the-counter exchanges kept those teams in the national championship hunt. Now, I think because the cost got so high, the rich billionaires are getting mad because kids are now leaving after 1 year and you pay the kid millions of bucks and they don't win a championship. And then you see what Signetti did with little. I mean, how much did Fernando Mendoza get to leave Cal to go to Indiana? Probably peanuts. Just enough to put in his pocket so he can have something to eat.
Y'all know I'm a little biased. I don't know if you want to hear my answer on this because I'm trying to get my.
We gotta hear your answer on it because you're in it, and next year it'll be your turn.
I don't think NIL should be outlawed because I'm trying to get NIL. That's my. That's good.
Let me get some first.
You want a professional answer? That's all I can get.
Hey, like, it ain't no fun.
Mine. Y'all can ban it. Just let me get mine first.
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I sure hope and pray you get what you deserve because you've been putting in the work, and you deserve to get a piece of that pie that has been handed out to guys who don't even deserve it. I mean, there's so many guys out there getting paid and bouncing around and not panning out. If they do adjust to NIL, they can adjust it to performance-based. Because some guys are getting the bag and leaving the school before they even play. And I think that's kind of messed up. But I don't want anyone to be hindered or stopped from getting what they are able to negotiate. That's how it works. It's all risk and reward. But if they're going to do anything to it, just kind of, before the kid get a chance to play, like before a kid even steps foot on the campus, you're not even sure if his talent's going to translate. And they're getting $15 million like the Michigan quarterback. He was all right. But was he worth the most ever in this era of NIL?
All I know is the numbers is nice, and I'm gonna need it like something. I need something. I want my head to stick before they start shutting everything down. That's all I do.
Melvin said, "Lepers eat face." What did they expect was going to happen? I don't put it past no booster. If they want to win, they'll make it happen. And if a kid is the beneficiary of a booster that wants to win, so be it. Good for him. That's why all of a sudden is it. Again, this could all be distractions for those files, man. Those files must be a monster because this man is starting war. This man is trying to change NIL. What is in those files? Good Lord. This is crazy. He's trying to end the world to get these files not to come out.
I'm not trying to get all political, but like, what does an impeachment actually do?
Nothing. They impeached him last time he didn't get out of office. You have to find some dirt to get somebody out of office, like Nixon. So impeachment just means you're on the verge of getting put out of your job and the verge of being fired from the presidency or whatever. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means that your approval rating has gotten so low. I think it's like a probation. I don't know. I don't like politics at all.
Dirt. What is dirt?
Dirt is what they did on that island. Dirt is what they did. Are they, besides messing with the kids, are they doing what the people are saying could possibly be under files? Like, I don't know how far we're talking. Like, I don't, like, cannibalism? Like, I can't believe that. But if that's what's going down, good Lord, we talking about some demons. Like some henchmen, some front runners in the devil's army. They talking about finding bones of remains of little girls and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, what in the world were y'all involved in, man? What were y'all involved in? If it's just rumors, some of it's got to be true, because it's not just coming out the air. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So whatever's happening, sheesh. Good Lord. That's why I was just like, man, those who watch politics all day long, I can't even salute you. I don't know why you would put yourself through that. That's why I love sports. I know some of the sticks might be on like a WWE matchup. At least at the end of the day, I can feel good that I was entertained. And tomorrow I can go take care of my business. I can decompress with some sports. I can watch Kawhi Leonard score 35 points. Wembanyama score 45 points. I can watch Bam Adebayo pass up the late, great Kobe Bryant with 83 points on a random Tuesday night versus the Washington Wizards. What in the world is going on, man? What is really going on, man? Any final thoughts for tonight's show?
I think we covered everything today.
Well, I did want to throw at you real quick. Did you see this video about too many Jalens in the NBA?
There's too many Jalens on Earth.
I mean, this dude
every light skinn's name is Jalen.
This dude made a video, man, and I think it's pretty cool, but it's actually pretty interesting at the same time. Like, why are there so many Jalens? But I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see it. Hopefully, you can hear it and see it. Jalens in the NBA.
Why so many Jalens in the NBA? I think it's way too many Jalens in the NBA. Went to sleep and it was 10 Jalens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 30 Jalens in the NBA. We got Jalen Smith on the Bulls.
Hey.
Jalen with a Y playing for the Timberwolves.
Hey.
Think it's a joke, but I'm actually earnest. Tell the truth, that ain't even really scratching the surface. Cause there's 607 players on the court playing. The 16 teams got a player named Jalen. And it's really 2 Jalens on 3 teams. That's gotta be like 50% of the league. In the crib trying to figure what it all really means. I know they mama raised them like my son is my king. And I could probably recognize them all by facial. And I wouldn't be surprised if they was all biracial. Look, why so many Jalens in the NBA? I think it's way too many Jalens in the NBA. Went to sleep and it was 30 Jalens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 80 Jalens in the NBA. We got Jalen Hood up on the Lakers. Wilson on the Nets. Jalen Smith is on the Pacers. Can't forget Jalen Duren is on the Pistons. Another Jalen out of Sacramento where the Kings is. Bridges, Harris, Williams on the Thunder. About to place bets on where the next one finna come from. My money on New York, the Chicago cities with the most white baby mamas, far as I know. And the NFL is even more insane, dude. You ever seen Jalen Hurts and Speedy in the same room? Next draft, more Jalen's in the fold. And it's all thanks to the legendary Jalen Rose. But it's already way too many Jalen's in the NBA. Why so many Jalen's in the NBA? Went to sleep, 600 Jalen's in the NBA. Now the whole league is Jalen in the NBA.
The whole league is Jalen in the NBA.
Yes. So everybody knows that Jalen is the default name for any biracial.
Any light skin.
And what is the NBA dominated by? Light
skin.
Light skins, for some reason, seem to be the best basketball players because they're a mix of that textbook technique when it comes to being of lighter shade.
Jalen Brunson.
And then they also have the athleticism of African American. So the default name is Jalen. So there's so many Jalens that are taking over sports. It's the fact that there's a Jalen on every team now.
There's a Jalen on every other team. Oh man, I never thought about it like that. Why are there so many Jalens in the
Oh, they're
NBA?
biracials, man. All
Man,
they're
is
biracial.
it Jalen Suggs, Jalen Williams, Jalen? Oh man, Brunson. You said the great Jalen Rose. You mean to tell me all these families named their son Jalen after Jalen Rose? Was he the first Jalen? The first Jalen of significance?
I don't. I don't know. I just feel like that just became like the norm. Like you see a light skinned baby and you're like, yeah,
Jalen.
that's Jalen. His name should be Jalen.
How you gonna spell it?
I feel like
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna put a Y in it.
they all spell it differently, but they're all the
Jalen.
same name. And if
Jalen.
it's not Jalen, it's Jaden.
Jaden.
They gonna switch it
Jalen.
up.
That's crazy, man.
They'll switch it up for sure.
All right, man. That's our show. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Once again, show brought to us by All In CDL Training, the future of commercial driving. Get your CDL license today, man. Go to the website, All In CDL Training. Partner up with Sideline Sports. Check those guys out. Doing big things. Coming West Coast Super Bowl next year. I'm going to go cover the thing at the SoFi Stadium. Can't wait. Shout out to Rubio Method, Sideline Sports Show, AC Sports Live. That's AC2. I'm AC. Until next time, appreciate everybody that came through. Popo, Melvin Jones, JP977. Who else came through? Big TJ came through. Big Neil, Denzel Snipes, Jimmy G, Neil Macon Sr. Appreciate everybody. Big Rubes. Till next time, man. Peace and blessings. We out.
Peace.